Beginning of this video, we're showing you the license plate that we started out with. This is actually a 2008 model. We bought it in 2007, so it wasn't even built. We had already bought it. That's a joke. And this is the plate that we ran around the country with. Just showing you what it is for now to see if it gives you some time to figure it out. A lot of you will get it right away, but sometimes it takes a minute or two. So anyway, we'll start with that. Okay, so this is our camper, and if you pan to the right a little bit, Jack, you can see that this is the car that we'll be pulling the camper with. I guess I need to get a hitch for it and stuff. The trailer weighs about 7,000 pounds. The car weighs about 2. So we'll see how good that car can do with pulling the camper. Anyway, so I'm supposed to show you everything that's wrong with this camper.
Starting with the car?
Okay, the size of the car.
Yeah.
It's front wheel drive. It'll be alright. Anyway.
We actually have a truck that will be pulling the camper and has done quite well pulling the camper for us.
We'll get around to that eventually. But a few things that are wrong with this is that we left this over a friend's house, and while it was at the friend's house, it was sitting on grass. And I'll warn you now, that's the worst thing you can do to a camper is to let it sit out on the grass. Because on grass, the moisture from the grass will go up into the camper, right through the insulation, and it'll rot the edges of the floor. And I want to show you that inside.
And before we go inside, hey Jack, can you zoom in on those 2 leashes right there? Anyone who has seen National Lampoon Vacation?
Well, officer, whatever it is I've done, I'm sure I can explain.
You know what the penalty for animal cruelty is in this state?
No, sir, I don't. Yes, sir, Look, I tied him to the rear bumper when I was packing the car. It was very confusing. I must have forgot. I'm very sorry. I feel terrible.
Poor little guy. Probably kept up with you for a mile or so. Tough little mutt. Yeah.
I don't want you to think that that happened. Here are the 2 dogs. They're fine. That's Lily and Caspian, by the way.
Pain, for short.
Caspian.
Pain, for short. Okay, so we need a little bit of a wash on the camper on the outside, but that can come soon. There's the rot down in the camper, on the floor. And I have a good friend that said that he was going to be willing to help me out with this, replacing the edge of the floor. Probably going to have to replace the tile. This shouldn't be too hard to get around. Go up inside. They're all rotted also, so we'll have to replace about 12 inches out from the edge. And like I said, I have a friend who's willing to help me out with replacing all this. And then on this side here, you can see where the floor is coming up. He made it sound like we could do this in about a day. I plan on recording it. I'm hoping it'll get done. Right down in the corner here. And that's rot from the floor up, not from a leaking. This is a slide out right here. This whole section right here slides out, and that's not from the slide out leaking. That's actually from the floor, rot coming from the floor. This is our pack and play. Nice little area to store things in.
Yeah.
I've had 2 10-speed bikes up in here before. I need a new gasket or something up here to hold that together better. But this floor is rotted just a little bit on the edges, and I'm told we can replace that quite easily. So we'll replace a little bit of this, replace the flooring, the linoleum I mean, and once we've got that repaired, I believe we'll be ready for a trip. There's a few other things that need to be fixed, but they're minor. For instance, we need a battery. No battery on the front. We don't, and our awning is up there. Our awning is rotted out as well. It needs to be replaced. That's probably a $300 scene right there. But anyway, the rest of the camper is in really good condition, and I'm ready to go camping in at any time that this thing is ready to take me.
I want to show a few things inside. Get in there, doggy, doggy. I wanted to show something we did that is kind of unique. here, right here, we have the bathroom here, and this blocks the bunkhouse when we leave it open. And then when we pull this curtain, you have a little changing room right here that nobody can see you over there, nobody can see you in the bunkhouse. And it makes it nice because if you come into the bathroom and show how tiny the bathroom is, not really room to change and stuff in there.
Not room to change your mind in there.
Yeah, John says not even enough room to change your mind. Also, we added this curtain rod, and this was awesome because it gives you, a minute, I gotta do it right. There, it gives you extra room inside the shower too. So little hacks like that really help out to make it more bearable to live in a tiny area. But you can come out now, Jack.
Well, those tanks are 10 years old and they've expired. So there's 2 tanks I need to buy brand new in order to put on there. It's cheaper to buy new, or actually it's just a little bit more to buy brand new than it is to go have these tested. I'm sure that they would pass a test, but I would rather have brand new tanks if I can, as it just makes a little more sense. And also putting a big cover over there. We used to have a white cover that fit over the top of it, and it was very nice to have. As far as you know, we need the heat or the refrigerator running. We could have the refrigerator running while we drive down the road. This is very convenient to have. So that's what it's a very short list, but it's a list of things that we need to have done before we can move the camper anywhere.
Yeah.
I think the first part is easy. Got it's the letter G. Pronounce those 2 letters together. You say Jesus. Jesus. Got it?
That's not how I figure it out. God, Jesus. God, Jesus.
By the way, the answer is right on the plate. Right there.
Thanks for joining us. So that's our little list of repairs that are needed for Gracie to get on the road. And if you have been following our blog, Rving, ourfaithfullife.com, I had updated that our truck now is in need of repair. So we're doing that first, and we're doing that next week. And as soon as Hugo, the truck, is all better, we are going to begin our repairs on Gracie, and we'll be filming that for the YouTube channel. If you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and stay tuned for the repairs on Gracie. Thank you. Bye.